Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation today is Sri Rag Mahalla Chotha. Naam Milai man Tripatiai, bin naame trig jivas. Koi gurmukh sajjan je milai, main dasse prabh guntas. How tis vitto ho chau khaniye, मैं नाम करे परगास. मेरे प्रीतमा हाँ जीवा नाम ते आए, बिन नामे जीवन ना थिया. मेरे सतगुर नाम दृढ़ाए रहाओ. नाम अमोलक रतन है, पूरे सतगुर पास. सतगुर सेवे लग गया, कड़ रतन देवे परगास. धन वड भागी वड भागिया, जो आए मिले गुर पास. जिन्ना सतगुर पुरख न भेटियो, से भागहीन वस काल. ओए फिर जोनी भवाई है, विच विष्टा कर विकराल. ओना पास दुआस न पिटिय, जिन अंतर क्रोध चंडाल. सतगुर पुरख अमृत सर, वड भागी ना वह आए. उन जन्म जन्म की मैल उतरै, निर्मल नाम दृढ़ाए. जन नानक उत्तम पद पाया, सतगुर की लिवलाए. So when self-knowledge is unlocked, the mind is satiated. Without self-knowledge, life is a curse. Naam Milai man Tripatiai, bin naame trig jivas. Tripatiai has been translated as satiated, but it literally means being at the intersection of the divine and the mind. So in other words, being at the highest plane. Without self-knowledge, I'm as good as dead. Bin naame jeevan na thiya. So the emphasis on self-knowledge reiterates for us the old Socratic motto that we are all probably familiar with. Know thyself. It is the prerequisite for personal development. But what we call the self is a multidimensional entity that encompasses not only the body, but includes the mind and the spirit. And in Gurbani, knowing the self and self-knowledge generally pertains to our spiritual essence. The goal of life is to identify ourselves correctly as the essence of Ikwankar. However, that should not be construed to mean that Gurbani does not emphasize the development of the body and the mind. Indeed, Gurmat is a holistic process, and the passages in the Jap Bani, starting from the 8th on to the 15th, actually describes the process of growth that starts with external secular knowledge and then is a continuum gradually into the knowledge of the essence within. So now, if self-knowledge is the most important thing for a successful and happy life, then it follows that we must know the way to obtain it. It's too precious not to follow the right way. And for that reason, we see in Gurbani an insistence that there is indeed only one way, the path of the Satgur or the true enlightener. Here, it might be well to remember that the path of the true enlightener or the Satgur stands in opposition to existing external practices. So if there is one checkpoint in Gurbani, it is that Gurbani is all about turning the mind inwards. It is not at all in favor. In fact, it discounts and criticizes any attempts on the outside to try and gain inner knowledge. It just does not make sense. So it is the path of the Satgur, which is the embedded wisdom within us. So Gurbani says, if only an enlightened friend were to introduce me to the treasure trove of the self, कोई गुरमुख सज्जन जे मिले, मैं दसे प्रभ गुंतास, what would I do? I would go down on all fours to the one who could enlighten me. How this vitto chaukhaniye. मैं नाम करे प्रगास, chaukhaniye, going down on all fours. And then my Satguru is the one that embeds this knowledge in me. Mere Satguru Naam Milai. So therefore, the enlightened friend, Satgur Purkh or Satgur Sajjan, is really a metaphor for the principle of wisdom that is innate to us. And Satgur Purkh and Satgur Niranjan can point to an individual as well, but who is an embodiment of this principle. In other words, in whom this principle has actually manifested itself to its fullest. And that is where we all have to go as individuals. So we must bear in mind that Satguru literally means enlightened wisdom. It lies deep within us. It's intuitive knowledge that will lead us to higher planes of perfected awareness. And Guruji concludes by saying the highest plane is achieved when centered in the Satgur. Jana Nanak Uttam Pad Paya Satgur ki levelai. So make the Satgur central to your existence. Let the Satgur be the compass of your life to guide you correctly. With that thought, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Until the next time.